gambling, sitting at the table and said, an hour ago I had $1 million, but right now it's sustainable. So what drive you to eat, hunger or habit?
Habit.
And you improved your health and lost weight, but you're still enabling her to be overweight and helping.
I don't eat that kind of meat. I haven't really ate nothing since I've been here.
You're not gonna feed it.
My past, grew up in foster care and whatnot, and so.
Number 10, Angel Parrish. In Angel Parrish's story on My 600 Pound Life, one of the most embarrassing excuses she faced was the self-perception she had of herself as an oversized whale. At the beginning of the show, Angel weighed 570 pounds and expressed feelings of helplessness and despair on a daily basis. She struggled with her body image and the impact it had on her overall well-being. Angel's story was influenced by her traumatic childhood, where she had to give up a baby at the age of 14. This event triggered a deep depression for Angel, and she turned to binge eating as a coping mechanism. By the time she reached 20 years old, Angel's weight had reached 300 pounds, and she found herself pregnant again. The weight gain continued after the birth of her son Andrew, pushing her close to the 600-pound mark. The guilt from giving up her first baby, combined with the postpartum depression and the passing of her father, further exacerbated Angel's weight issues. These emotional challenges contributed to her weight spiraling out of control, ultimately leading her to seek help and address her life-threatening situation. However, despite these obstacles, Angel managed to make significant progress in her weight loss journey. By the end of the show, she had already lost an impressive 309 pounds, nearly half her peak body weight. This transformation allowed Angel to become a different person from the one viewers initially saw. Angel's story highlights the embarrassing excuses individuals with obesity may face, such as negative self-perception and the emotional toll of traumatic experiences. It emphasizes the importance of addressing underlying emotional issues alongside the physical aspects of weight loss. Angel's successful transformation serves as an inspiring example of overcoming these excuses and making positive changes for a healthier life. Number 9, Nathan Prater. In the episode featuring Nathan Prater on My 600 Pound Life, one of the most embarrassing excuses revolved around the discussion of his wife Amber and the impact her weight gain had on Nathan's weight loss program. At the beginning of the episode, Nathan weighed over 607 pounds, while Amber was not far behind at 502 pounds. Nathan had made significant progress in his weight loss journey, losing 72 pounds through strict adherence to a 1,200 or less calorie diet and avoiding eating after 6 o'clock. During their meeting with Dr. Nazaruddin, he expressed concern about the influence of Amber's weight problem on Nathan's continued success. Dr. Nazaruddin highlighted the difficulty of maintaining a healthy eating routine when one person in the family isn't committed to it.
All right, that's great. Well, I'm proud of you. But my concern right now, seeing both of you, is, well, the other person is not. So, Amber, have you thought about getting healthy and doing this?
Somewhat better eating habits than he did. I've been preparing food for the last 10 years to his accommodations, really.
Would you consider yourself failure of the weight loss surgery or success?
Me?
A lot of surgeons, they don't do revision because that's complicated and it's not something that a surgeon is. And the reason for that being that the underlying issues driving her to eat were never.
He questioned Amber about her willingness to prioritize her health and join Nathan in his weight loss efforts. Amber revealed that she had already undergone weight loss surgery at the age of 16 and initially achieved significant success, losing over 360 pounds. However, she admitted that she had regained some weight after giving birth to her children. Dr. Nazaruddin used an analogy to explain the situation to Amber, comparing her initial weight loss success to that of a gambler who had experienced significant wins in the past but was now facing substantial losses. He emphasized the importance of addressing the underlying issues driving overeating, as failure to do so often led to weight regain in the long term. Dr. Nazaruddin also mentioned that many surgeons were reluctant or unable to perform revision surgeries, making it even more crucial for Nathan and Amber to confront their weight issues together. Amber expressed her frustration and anger, fearing that her own struggles might detract from Nathan's journey and overall well-being. She conveyed her disappointment in herself for regaining weight after her initial weight loss journey, highlighting the emotional turmoil she was currently experiencing. This exchange between Nathan, Amber, and Dr. Nazaruddin exemplified the embarrassing excuses and challenges associated with weight regain and its impact on their weight loss journeys. It underscored the need for both individuals in a relationship to work together, address their underlying issues, and provide support to one another to achieve long-term success. Nathan's progress and commitment to his weight loss goals were hindered by the influence of Amber's weight gain and her previous weight loss struggles. Dr. Nazaruddin's candid assessment of their situation shed light on the complexity of addressing underlying psychological and emotional factors that contribute to overeating and weight regain. The emotional turmoil expressed by Amber highlighted the deep frustration and disappointment she felt in herself, further emphasizing the significant impact weight loss struggles can have on an individual's mental and emotional well-being. This portrayal on the show serves as a reminder that weight loss is a complex journey that goes beyond mere physical changes, involving psychological and emotional factors that require careful attention and support. Overall, Nathan and Amber's story on My 600 Pound Life showcased the embarrassment, struggles, and challenges associated with weight regain and the need for comprehensive support and understanding from both the individual undergoing weight loss and their loved ones. It shed light on the multifaceted nature of obesity and the importance of addressing underlying issues to achieve long-term success and improved health. Number 8. Bianca Hayes. In Bianca Hayes' story on My 600 Pound Life, one of the most embarrassing excuses was her initial lack of progress and the uncertainty surrounding her ability to meet Dr. Now's weight loss expectations. During her 4th visit to Dr. Now, Bianca had only lost a total of 96 pounds, which raised concerns about her commitment to the program. Dr. Now needed to see her making significant progress to continue approving her for weight loss surgery. In a nervous state, Bianca stepped onto the scale, hoping to have lost enough weight to satisfy Dr. Now's requirements. She expressed her fear that if her progress wasn't sufficient, Dr. Now might not move forward with her surgery. Her previous weight check had been around 557 pounds, and she needed to reach at least 527 pounds to demonstrate progress. Fortunately for Bianca, she had indeed lost weight and was down to a satisfactory number. Dr. Now acknowledged her progress, noting that she had lost almost another 50 pounds, which was considered good progress. He approved her for weight loss surgery, giving her an opportunity to continue her journey towards better health.
So it looked like you lost some weight.
Yes, sir.
Well, good. That's good progress.
Yes, sir.
Which is good. And Dr. Paradise feels like you're able to focus on what you need right now. So
Much.
I'm going to set you up for next month, but don't get comfortable and start to step.
Got it.
All right. You're doing great, and I'm proud of your progress. So keep it up, and we get you throughout.
You understand what he said, Simeon? He's gonna do mommy's surgery.
While the episode highlighted Bianca's progress and Dr. Now's approval for surgery, it also emphasized the importance of not becoming complacent or losing sight of the ultimate goal. Dr. Now warned Bianca not to get comfortable and to continue working on her weight loss. He wanted her to maintain her progress and keep moving in the right direction. Overall, Bianca's story showcased the embarrassment of not meeting weight loss goals and the relief and gratitude that came with achieving them. It underlined the importance of consistent effort and commitment to the program, even when faced with challenges and setback. Number 7. Tammy Patton. One of the most embarrassing excuses presented in Tammy Patton's story on My 600 Pound Life revolves around her initial resistance to committing to a healthy lifestyle and her reliance on diets that weren't exactly suitable. When she first visited Dr. Now, Tammy weighed 504 pounds at just 41 years old. When asked about her weight loss efforts, she mentioned trying various diets, such as eating salads or reducing her food intake, but none of them worked for her. Dr. Now pointed out that the reason these diets failed is because they weren't suitable in the long term. While they might have produced results if followed consistently, the lack of discipline and failure to address underlying issues made it difficult for Tammy to stick with any of these diets. Dr. Now emphasized that eating out of habit, as Tammy claimed to do, was not an acceptable excuse. He emphasized that not caring about the quality of food she was putting into her body was not a valid reason for her excessive weight. Dr. Now highlighted the importance of making conscious choices regarding food and breaking the habit of mindlessly eating. He made it clear that weight loss surgery could only be effective as a tool for long-term weight management if Tammy was committed to making lasting changes in her eating habits and overall lifestyle.
Something like that, but none of them have worked.
Well, none of them work because it's the root issues you need to change. So that's the reason that never worked long term. Because it's not the choice to eat whatever you want, whenever you want, then there is no magic I can do to be hungry all the time. I can understand. But eating from habit, there is no excuse for that.
It's in my body.
All right, so if you want to lose weight, then from here on out, you need to make sure you're the one who has to make the choice to follow it, and you're gonna have to do the hard work
Yes, sir.
on a healthy BMI. But right now, you're 5'5", so your BMI is almost 100. Is
No.
50 years. So you're in your 40s, so part and make the changes, okay?
Yes, sir.
We'll give you instruction for those changes.
He also stressed that discipline and personal responsibility were essential in achieving sustainable weight loss. However, in her YouTube video discussing her weight loss journey and decision to undergo bariatric surgery, Tammy shared her own perspective. She mentioned that after losing 100 pounds on her own and being on the brink of undergoing surgery, she faced obstacles in her insurance. They required her to move to Houston for the surgery to be covered, which wasn't feasible for her. Instead of pursuing the surgery immediately, she decided to continue her weight loss journey independently, even if it took her years to reach her goals. Tammy's decision to press pause on the surgery was influenced by her belief that she had the tools and knowledge to continue losing weight without surgical intervention. She emphasized her dedication to counting calories, monitoring her food intake, and incorporating lessons she had learned from Dr. Now and the show. Tammy also recounted how she injured her knee and opted not to pursue surgery for it due to challenges it would pose to her responsibilities as a mother. However, her knee condition worsened over time, and she eventually became unable to walk, relying on a wheelchair for mobility. This led her to reconsider bariatric surgery as a means to reduce her weight, alleviate pressure on her knee, and increase her mobility. She discussed consulting with her orthopedic doctor, who believed that weight loss surgery could improve her chances of regaining functionality in her knee. Despite initially hesitating to undergo bariatric surgery, Tammy realized that getting her weight below 300 pounds would significantly impact the functionality of her knee. She acknowledged that her own weight loss program wasn't fast enough to address her knee issues. Therefore, she decided to proceed with the surgery to expedite her weight loss and increase her chances of improving her knee's functionality. In her video, Tammy expressed her commitment to documenting her journey and encouraging her followers to reach out with any questions or concerns. She reiterated the importance of prayer and support from her audience throughout her weight loss and surgery process. Overall, Tammy Patton's story on My 600 Pound Life highlighted a mix of excuses and personal decisions regarding her weight loss journey. While she initially relied on unsustainable diets and habits, her resistance to bariatric surgery and her determination to continue losing weight independently showcased her own belief in her capabilities. However, the worsening condition of her knee led her to reconsider surgery as a means to expedite her weight loss and improve her mobility. Number 6. Dolly Martinez. One of the most embarrassing excuses showcased on the episode of My 600 Pound Life featuring Dolly Martinez is her resistance to change and her inability to commit to a healthier lifestyle. Despite weighing 593.2 pounds and facing significant health issues such as mobility problems, hygiene challenges, congestive heart failure, and breathing difficulties, Dolly struggled to make the necessary changes to improve her life. Dolly's unhealthy relationship with food can be traced back to her childhood, where she faced several traumatic experiences. Her father chose his drug addiction over their family, leaving her mother to raise her and her siblings all on her own. This abandonment led Dolly to seek solace in food, as it became a source of comfort that wouldn't judge or harm her. By the age of 7, she had already weighed 120 pounds, which resulted in bullying and further perpetuated her cycle of overeating. Additionally, Dolly was diagnosed with ADD, oppositional defiant disorder, and bipolar disorder while in kindergarten. These conditions further isolated her and made her feel singled out. Food became her coping mechanism, leading to a vicious consumption cycle. Dolly's mother's revelation of her same-gender attraction also contributed to Dolly's feelings of being different and subjected her to further scrutiny and remarks. Despite joining the Job Corps and attempting to turn her life around, Dolly's health issues prevented her from maintaining steady employment and self-care routines. Consequently, food remained her top priority. The situation worsened when her father purposely overdosed on meth, adding emotional stress to her already challenging circumstances. Dolly was living with her partner turned husband, Ricky, who not only enabled her unhealthy habits, but was also insulting towards her.
20 pounds. So you have just over 450 pounds. You need to be overweight. Mom, any help from you? Yourself, huh?
I have had.
You did?
Just in the last couple of years, I've dropped over 400 myself. Now I sit at 155.
Well, that's good, but it sounds...
Mainly my ex, my husband. I call him my ex, but we're not exes yet. Feeding me too much.
So he was your enabler?
He was my enabler. My mom's not feeding me.
And she comes to the table.
So if that's how she gets her food, why don't you make less?
I between meals.
So, Dolly, what do you eat between meals?
I snack.
Who buys cookies? Who buys brownies? Who fancy?
So sometimes Mom and I...
I don't think you're helping Dolly to lose weight because you provide the food.
Due to her inability to care for herself and her newborn daughter, Child Protective Services (CPS) gave custody of the child to Dolly's mother, Stacy. Dolly's initial determination to fight for a better future and a more normal life seemed promising. However, she displayed a lack of commitment when faced with the challenges of a new diet. Instead of embracing the necessary changes, she became angry with her mother for not making the process easier for her. This resistance to change and her inability to control her temptations caused her to leave Stacy and seek refuge in a homeless shelter. Dolly's actions not only embarrassed her, but also highlighted her struggle to prioritize her health over her immediate desires. Furthermore, Dolly's romantic relationships were marked by instability and questionable choices. She briefly returned to Ricky as a sister wife and later became engaged to Philip, whom she had met at the shelter. They relied on Philip's disability checks to sustain themselves while living in a hotel in Houston. This situation was disapproved by those around her, emphasizing her poor decision-making and reliance on others rather than taking control of her own life. In swift motion, Dolly Martinez's journey on My 600-Pound Life showcased some of the most embarrassing excuses for her inability to commit to a healthier lifestyle. From her troubled childhood to her toxic relationships and resistance to change, Dolly struggled to overcome her emotional and physical barriers to achieve lasting progress. Her actions, choices, and reliance on others ultimately highlighted the challenges she faced in breaking free from her destructive habits and embracing a better future.
Have shown us you're not willing to do what you need, and we can't wake you up to do that. So therapy and keep losing some weight, and hopefully we get to some point that you have some stability on your, okay?
Right.
So at this point, because she's the only one that has best interest for you, and she's.
I know, I should have listened to you to begin with.
Okay, psychotherapy for at least once a month. Make sure you go to that, okay?
Yes,
Number 5. Latonia Potane. Latonia Potane's journey on My 600-Pound Life was marked by a series of challenges, setbacks, and moments of hope. At the beginning of the show, Latonia weighed a staggering 632 pounds. Dr. Now set a goal for her to lose at least 60 pounds at home before she would be eligible for weight loss surgery. Unfortunately, Latonia struggled to meet this target, highlighting the depth of her addiction to food and the difficulty she faced in making significant lifestyle changes. Latonia openly acknowledged her emotional connection to food, describing it as her best friend and a way to cope with stress. She expressed disappointment in herself for allowing her weight to escalate to such an extreme level.
Have to make some changes. And so he wanted me to lose 40 pounds. My legs look like an apple.
Okay.
But baby, I'm okay.
I am proud of Latonya and how
Bed. Because I usually be in my chair, but about me being in pain today, in the bed. So
the band.
But recognized that dwelling on the past wouldn't change her current circumstances. Latonya's determination to make a positive change led her to seeking help for Dr. Now once again. During her visit with Dr. Now, Latonya introduced her fiancé, Dwayne, who provided her with additional support and motivation. Dr. Now expressed concern over Latonya's worsening condition since her previous visit, emphasizing the urgency of her situation.
healthy for so long, and like now, trying to change it is kind of.
Help you start getting out of your chair. And you didn't do that. And you were supposed to lose 40 pounds for as wheelchair. You don't want to give that up. You don't want to give up your eating habit. But you didn't follow the diet. You keep eating too much, and you want to admit it. And so much to yourself, you believe that you lie.
He questioned her level of motivation to change her eating habits and her commitment to giving up her motorized wheelchair. Latonya assured him that she was highly motivated and had a newfound support system in her family whom she had reached out to for assistance. Dr. Now stressed the importance of imagining herself at a healthier weight and outlined the potential risks her current weight posed to her health. He urged her to envision herself at 170 pounds and emphasized the need for drastic changes to her eating habits. He advised her to eat less, emphasizing the simplicity of that principle. Despite Dr. Now's guidance and support, Latonya faced significant challenges in adhering to the prescribed diet and exercise regimen. She struggled with fatigue, pain, and discomfort, making it difficult for her to engage in physical activity. However, she did manage to lose some weight and expressed gratitude for the physical trainer provided by Dr. Now. Throughout her journey, Latonya faced moments of temptations and setbacks. She occasionally deviated from her diet, but she made efforts to improve her eating habits and watched her portions more carefully. Her fiancé, Dwayne, played a supportive role, encouraging her to stay committed to her goals. During a hospital stay, Latonya's heart condition became a cause for concern. Dr. Now attributed her heart issues to her excessive weight and emphasized the importance of adopting healthier eating habits. He reminded her that time was running out and that she needed to make significant changes to her lifestyle to alleviate the strain on her body. Latonya agreed to the necessity of adopting healthy eating habits and recognized the need to let go of her previous preferences. She understood the gravity of her situation and the critical need for weight loss to improve her overall health. Despite the challenges and setbacks, Dr. Now remained hopeful that the tools and support provided to Latonya would be enough to set her on a path to success. He stressed the importance of her taking her journey seriously and warned that failure to make significant changes could have dire consequences for her health. Latonya's story serves as a reminder of the complexities of battling food addiction and the challenges faced by individuals on their weight loss journeys.
And this look like dog food.
You don't like meat?
I don't eat stuff like this.
Okay. Now, the echocardiogram show on the fourth chamber of what you consider to be a healthy food.
Yes, sir.
We got your heart out of a critical place because there's something wrong with your eating habit that you're not losing weight.
Number 4, Wes Schultz. Wes Schultz's journey on My 600 Pound Life showcased the challenges he faced as he battled his weight and its emotional origins. At the start of his episode, Wes, 36 years old, weighed a staggering 705 pounds. He revealed his weight gain began in his early years, associating large meals with his father Rick's love and care. The divorce of his parents when he was 3 years old resulted in his father gaining custody due to his mother's struggle with alcoholism.
Let's go in that cupboard over there. There's never a moment in my life where I'm not thinking about food. I would say without a doubt, 100% I am a food addict. I have lost control of my food control. And I need to serve my time.
Wes embarked on a life-changing journey under the guidance of Dr. Now. Determined to regain control of his life, he and his father began by making significant changes to their food choices. They cleaned out the cupboards, removing all of the junk food and unhealthy snacks that had contributed to Wes's weight gain. Although Wes initially struggled with his father's involvement in his dietary choices, he acknowledged the importance of their support and accountability. As the weeks passed, Wes demonstrated remarkable dedication to Dr. Now's program. He diligently followed the prescribed exercises and maintained a strict diet. Wes's father played a pivotal role in his journey, providing unwavering support by joining him in his daily exercises and sharing meals together. However, Wes understood that he needed to become self-sufficient to truly transform his life. He recognized that while his father's assistance was invaluable, he had to learn to navigate his weight loss journey independently once he received approval for surgery. Despite occasional frustrations and a desire for independence, Wes acknowledged his father's unwavering love and concern for his well-being. Their bond was evident as they worked together towards Wes's weight loss goals.
Fast am I give you indigestion?
Yummy, yummy. Oh, when you go through some traumatic stuff growing up, it can affect your life.
Never crossed my mind. You being addicted to food, feel bad about that. But I think talking about it is probably the best medicine, really. Talking about it and getting it out in the air and getting it off of your shoulders, that weight you're carrying around.
Wes's father, recognizing the importance of Wes's growth, expressed his belief in his son's ability to thrive even without constant assistance. The journey towards a healthier life was far from easy for Wes. It required significant commitment and perseverance. However, he remained determined to prove himself capable of maintaining his progress without relying solely on his father's support. Wes understood that while his father's love and guidance were essential, he needed to develop self-reliance and independence. Wes's story resonates with many individuals who have faced similar struggles. His journey highlights the significance of a strong support system and the need for personal growth and accountability. Throughout his experience on My 600 Pound Life, Wes demonstrated resilience and a deep desire to change his life for the better. As Wes continued his weight loss efforts, he learned valuable lessons about perseverance and self-sufficiency. His journey serves as an inspiration to others who may be grappling with weight-related issues of their own, showcasing that with determination and the right support, transformative change is indeed possible. Ultimately, Wes Schultz's story is a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the determination to overcome one's most challenging obstacles. It's a reminder that even in the face of the most embarrassing excuses, with the right mindset and unwavering support, anyone can reclaim their life and achieve incredible personal growth.
Wes, you are a strong, confident guy, and I think you can...
All right, you are 705 pounds. How long you been at that weight?
Secrets are keeping us down.
Yes.
And the secrets that you have kept about me...
That's when a family member was very sexually abusive towards me, and it took my childhood.
And you tolerating that at the moment, but you're getting older on top of wear and tear from this.
A traumatic childhood or a traumatic event when you're that young, whatever age.
100 BMI is very high. Your weight is putting a lot of strain on your body right now.
Never wish upon a child, upon my worst enemy. I hope that they've gotten the help that they need.
And your body gotta get to a point where it can't go on like this anymore.
Number 3, Nikki Webster. Nikki Webster's journey on My 600 Pound Life was nothing short of remarkable. Weighing a staggering 650 pounds, her weight had become a heavy burden for her, affecting her ability to engage in daily activities and putting a strain on her relationships. Faced with the realization that her food addiction was slowly taking her life, Nikki mustered the determination to make a change. Seeking help from renowned bariatric surgeon Dr. Now, Nikki committed herself to the program's rigorous requirements. With unwavering dedication, she underwent a life-altering gastric bypass surgery, marking the beginning of her transformative journey. The results were astounding, as Nikki managed to shed over 200 pounds in a relatively short period. This significant weight loss gave her a glimmer of hope and ignited a renewed sense of purpose. However, Nikki's quest for a healthier future didn't end there. As she continued her progress, she faced a new challenge: excess skin. The drastic weight loss left her with loose and sagging skin, which became a hindrance to her overall well-being. Yet, with her trust firmly placed in Dr. Now, Nikki underwent a surgical procedure to remove the excess skin, further enhancing her physical transformation.
There were many times that I would talk to her about her eating habits.
And I've asked myself so many times, what is the difference between enabling and helping? And that's just heartbreaking.
The removal of the excess skin was a significant milestone in Nikki's journey. Not only did it improve her appearance, but it also alleviated the discomfort and limitations she had previously experienced. With each obstacle overcome, Nikki's confidence and resolve grew even stronger. As the years went by, Nikki's dedication and perseverance yielded incredible results. Reaching a goal weight of 194 pounds, she found herself living a life she never thought was possible. Learning new coping mechanisms and embracing healthier ways of dealing with stress, Nikki emerged as a triumphant success story. Putting on jeans after a decade and witnessing her external appearance match her inner strength filled her with immense confidence and power. Nikki's journey extended beyond her weight loss triumphs. Social media followers were thrilled to learn about her blossoming romance with Mark, a man she had gone on a date with. Their love story blossomed, and after a whirlwind romance, they tied the knot, solidifying their commitment to each other and their shared happiness. Despite the ups and downs that life brings with it, Nikki remains grateful for the unwavering support she receives from loved ones who've embraced her through every stage of her transformation. From 650 pounds to 200 pounds and below, her journey serves as an inspiration to everyone, reminding us that with determination, resilience, and a supportive community, even the most embarrassing excuses can be overcome. In Nikki Webster's story, we witness the triumph of the human spirit and the transformative power of change. Her unwavering commitment to her well-being not only reshaped her body, but also created a life filled with joy, love, and a newfound appreciation for the beauty of everyday existence.
Pretty healthy, but coming home, I'll stop and dinner with my family.
So your parents give you more food after eating all day. Her family, they're helping kill her if they don't stop this. 5 to 6 times a day. Some of that is enabled by her family.
Number 2, David Nelson. David Nelson's journey on My 600 Pound Life was marked by a series of embarrassing excuses that contributed to his overwhelming weight struggles. Born to a young mother who battled addiction and an absent father, David was placed in various foster homes throughout his childhood. Unfortunately, not all foster parents had his best interests at heart, leading to unstable living environments and a lack of proper nutrition. Food became David's solace in the face of uncertainty and neglect. The fear of going hungry, based on past experiences, drove him to overeat whenever food was available. As he reached middle school, the combination of emotional eating and a lack of discipline led to a significant weight gain of 250 pounds.
The back already, it makes it impossible to move being this big.
In my mind, helping a child become healthy is loving them.
I went right into foster care. I bounced around to different foster care houses while I was young.
Despite participating in football and wrestling, David's emotional reliance on food persisted. At the age of 15 to 16, David faced a significant turning point in his life. He and his siblings threw parties while their parents were away for their grandmother's funeral, leading to their expulsion from the family. This devastating event sent David back to the foster care system, where he gained an additional 100 pounds and battled depression. Fortunately, David found a glimmer of hope when he was adopted by Robin, who saw his potential and wanted to help him turn his life around. Under Robin's guidance, David managed to bring his weight down to 280 pounds.
That's a lot. That puts a lot of pressure on me, and it scares me that be a healthier person. Picking the rest of this up.
Okay, thank you.
You all right?
Yeah, just tired.
Good about him, and I was attracted to his goodness despite the fact that the world had.
She provided a positive environment, treated him as her own son, and supported his education, helping him secure admission to the University of Idaho. However, college life proved challenging as David fell back into old habits of partying, overeating, and drinking. Eventually, he left college and returned to his hometown. As David's depression deepened, his weight continued to spiral out of control. More money meant more fast food, leading to further weight gain and even moments of contemplating suicide. It wasn't until he developed a life-threatening cellulitis infection that David realized he needed to make a change. Meeting Dr. Nazarian was a turning point for David. He diligently followed the doctor's weight loss plan, resulting in a significant loss of 68 pounds in just 2 months. However, he faced setbacks during the process, gaining 38 pounds at one point. Despite these challenges, David's determination to pursue a healthier lifestyle remained strong. Although David didn't qualify for bariatric surgery during his time on the show, his commitment to his weight loss journey was evident. The audience eagerly awaited updates on his progress, but news about his whereabouts and continued weight loss struggles remained scarce. The hope for a glimpse into his ongoing transformation and resolution of his most embarrassing excuses remained uncertain. David Nelson's story on My 600-Pound Life serves as a powerful reminder of the lasting impact of childhood trauma and the cycle of emotional eating. It highlights the importance of breaking free from destructive patterns, finding support, and embracing personal responsibility in order to achieve long-term health and happiness.
What seems to be issue with your eating habit?
It's probably not the best.
Well, you have been, but your weight is so out of control. Okay. Who else live with you?
I live with my mom right now. It's pretty tight in the morning, and then basically watch TV or eat and
doing nothing.
Yes, sir.
All right, David, if you right now close your eyes and...
Now I do not. I was driving truck cross country, and then I got a cellulitis infection.
You're going to have a lot of health issues that is going to prevent you from being active and doing what you need to do.
Number 1, Julian Valentine. Julian Valentine, a participant on My 600-Pound Life, found himself making one embarrassing excuse after another to justify his extreme weight gain. According to Julian, his family's financial struggles prevented them from having an ample food supply, leading him to overeat whenever they managed to obtain groceries. He blamed the uncertainty of his next meal for his excessive weight gain over the years while working as an electrician. As Julian stepped onto the scale and discovered that his weight had surpassed a staggering 800 pounds, he and his wife Irma were visibly shocked. The magnitude of the situation hit them hard, leaving them both stunned and overwhelmed. It was a moment of harsh reality that they couldn't ignore. When they met up with Dr. Now, the renowned weight loss surgeon, Julian's excuses continued. Dr. Now informed him that his BMI was a dangerously high 112, well beyond the normal range of 18 to 25. The doctor emphasized the life-threatening risks associated with Julian's weight and stressed that every day was a gamble for his heart's health.
And who is this with you today?
My wife, Irma.
All right, nice to meet you guys. You are 830 pounds, so doing all that puts a lot of strain on your body. So
Lost surgery.
Well, doing surgery on someone your size is going to be difficult because you...
I think around 60, maybe.
18 to 25.
Oh, 18 to 20.
BMI is very high.
Yes.
So every day you wake up is a roll of the dice, whether that day will be that you're killing yourself with food for a while now, and you still haven't stopped overeating. So what is different? Okay, well, that's good then. But then the question is, why haven't you tried to change to have kids before?
Dr. Nazarian questioned Julian's motivations for change, especially after 33 years of unsuccessful attempts to address his weight. Julian claimed that his desire to have children was the catalyst for his newfound determination, but the doctor challenged him to explain why he hadn't made these changes earlier. Julian's response revealed a pattern of inconsistency and lack of commitment. He admitted to previous attempts at change, but acknowledged his inability to stick to them. However, he assured Dr. Nazarian that this time would be different, pledging to give his full effort to the weight loss journey. As Julian's story unfolded, it became a case study in the most embarrassing excuses one can make when confronted with the consequences of their actions. Whether his motivations for change would prove genuine and lead to lasting results remain to be seen, but the journey ahead promised to be a challenging one, filled with moments of truth and accountability. That's all for this video, guys. See you next time, and until then, bye for now.